Another big election we're following in South Africa. Competitive election over there today as Nelson Mandela's party is facing its biggest tests since the end of apartheid. So, this is a really big deal. The polls suggesting the African National Congress could lose its parliamentary majority after spending 30 years in government. From the New York Times, the Johannesburg bureau chief joins us, John Eligon. He's live from South Africa. We appreciate a few minutes, John. Put it in context. I say it's a really big deal. Anytime that something hasn't happened in a long time, but you say, boy, here's a party that's been in power since apartheid, and I think we have a chart over the years that shows how the support has kind of waned a little bit in recent years. If they lose power, that would be a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, they've been in power for 3 decades, and there's sort of a symbolic nature to this, right? The African National Congress, that is, as you said, the party of Nelson Mandela. It's the party that the world rallied around as they defeated apartheid. And so if they fall out of power, it'll definitely be a big symbolic blow. But beyond that, I mean, if you look at the trajectory of what's happened in South Africa since the end of apartheid, you essentially have a situation where the country has really fallen apart in many ways. There's a lot of difficulties. Poverty has risen. Poverty is still very high. Unemployment has risen since the end of apartheid. Inequality has increased. And really the promise that a lot of black South Africans were looking for after apartheid, which is to get, economic wealth, to be able to get land, to be able to get jobs, that sort of economic freedom, they feel it hasn't come. And that's coming back to bite the ANC.
When we have unemployment here at 3 or 4% and it shoots up, and then we have a bad economic year and it gets over 5% even, or goes higher than that a little bit, we start getting really, really worried. But tell us about the unemployment rate in South Africa right now. How bad are things?
Yeah, it's about a third of the country is unemployed by the rates, and if you break it down, if you look at black South Africans, for instance, and you look at the expanded rate, it's something about around area of 45% who are unemployed. So there's a big problem because you have a lot of young people who are actually getting educated, getting university degrees, but then they come out and there's no work for them, and that's really fueling a lot of discontent.
Any sense yourself covering this of how this election ends up?
Well, all the polls are saying that the ANC is going to fall below 50%, which means they'll lose that absolute majority. It's very difficult to say because, this is a party that's resilient. When you go out and talk to voters, they'll say, oh, I'm so mad at the ANC. And you say, who'd you vote for? They said, oh, the ANC, because it's a party that emotionally resonates with people. And frankly, a lot of the alternatives, there's 52 parties running in this election. A lot of those opposition parties, people, they have not really inspired the population. So I think that's also a reason why people stick with the ANC.
All right, John Eligon live from South Africa, New York Times. Very important election. Thank you, John. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.